Hello, friends. This is Alex, and we are about to dive back into Shadowrun Dead Man's Switch. As you may recall, if you made it all the way through the last episode, we were able to rescue Coyote from the Royale apartments. She was in rough shape, as the description here says. Taking a closer look, you see her arm isn't much more than shreds of meat and broken bone held together by tendons and burned skin. Mrs. Kabuta, who runs the Seamstresses Union, just informed us of the black market shop that she has underneath her black market shop. Stuffer Shack employee Lucy Warden, 27, found murdered. We got that dragonfly necklace from her earlier for the Stuffer Shack guy. Let's go talk to Van Gras. Pretty Dutch name there, it seems. Van Gras is busy on his comlink, checking his heads-up display and motioning to a runner standing nearby all at the same time. He's an intense little man. You get the sense that he likes to be busy. He'll look busy. I'm Van Gras, make it quick, biz is good. Do street work. Got anything for me? Nothing for you tonight. I'm doing a thing, important thing. Talk to you later. Oh, hey guy, one more thing. I'm a fence too. If you got anything you need to unload, come see me. Well, I might have something to unload in the future. Parks is missing here. I am not looking for a date, but they're not talking to me. So let's continue. It's Johnny Clean. There's our big friendly bouncer. What's up, dude? Hulking troll bouncer in the immaculate suit stands as impassively as ever. The absence of dust at his broad shoulders is the only real indication that the man ever moves. I see Coyote is back, looking only a little worse for wear. Paco and I tracked her down. Always wondered what she saw in him, but I guess he ain't all bad. I'm glad she's back. Couldn't stomach losing anyone else so soon after what happened to Sam. You're just a big old sheepdog, aren't you? Not the comparison made of most trolls, but I'm happy to defy expectations. I like this guy. He's got a lot of personality. Do you have to pay extra for a manicure on hands that big? It's not the size they charge for, it's the blood under the fingernails. Alright, I should be going. Big old sheepdog ready to rip my head off based on that snarky comment. Alright, let's play chopsticks. You're a natural. You should give up shadowrunning and become a touring pianist. Johnny does not look impressed. Alright, play Gafka. As you slowly peck the notes out on the keyboard, they spark a faint memory of wonder, immediately forgotten as the entire piano slides to the left, revealing a hidden staircase. I mean, like, there's all these people here. I would think that everybody would kind of know about this, though I am new in town. Entrepreneur Mrs. Kabuta has combined everything a runner might need into a one-stop shopping experience. Black market equipment, high-end magical talismans, and a fully stocked cyber something. There's Paco. We can't talk to him. Hey, this person's got similar runner gear to what I have, just smaller because, they're smaller. So here's my stash, of which I have some jazz. Let's actually grab that jazz because we're going to flip that for sale. Let's go talk to Dr. Castle, where Coyote is here. I'm guessing that's Coyote's arm. Not looking so good. Make it quick. Need to operate. Coyote says, thanks for helping me out back there. Looks like you could use a hand. Bad joke right now. Yeah, I agree. Alright, watch some Trivet or something. This young lady and I have work to do. Take it easy, Coyote. We'll be here when you wake up. Who said anything about me going to sleep? Just give me something to bite on. You're a tough kid, but you're not that tough. Leave the scars on my face, Coyote says. Excuse me? Coyote? I earned this face by being stupid. I'm gonna keep it. End of story. Whatever you say, kid. With one swift move, she sinks a syringe into Coyote's thigh. Nighty-night. And Coyote goes sleepy now. And now she's awake. What's up, Coyote? Looks both better and worse than when you last saw her. All the gaping holes are plugged and she's sporting a shiny new cyber arm. But now that the adrenaline has worn off, it's clear she needs some rest. Good morning. Thanks to the miracle of modern science, combined with Dr. Castle's magical healing powers, I'm almost as good as new. Better, really. Nice arm. Thanks, Mrs. Kabuta will have me working it off for the rest of my life. You look like you have something on your mind. What kind of questions? About Sam. Sam Watts, what about him? Sam's dead. Holy dreck. Sam. I can't say I'm surprised. He was on a downward spiral for a long time. What can I tell you? You served Sam the night he died. What do you remember about that night? Pretty average night, regular crowd. Sam was drinking with a guy named Armitage. Jake Armitage? Yeah, you know him. Met him. He's a charmer, too. He sleeps in a morgue. She bites her lower lip. I like gingers. Anyway, Jake and Sam were having a few. Well, Jake was having a few. Sam was tossing him back, but good. Eventually he got loud, the way he sometimes did when he mixed drinking and who knows what. Mrs. Kabuta wanted him ejected. Mr. Cluve. I'm going to just assume it's not Cluey. I'm guessing this guy's Germanic. So Cluve. I'm going to go with the V sound for the W's. Anyway, he wasn't around, can't remember why, so she asked Jake to do the honors. Jake dragged him out back into the alley, and that's the last time I saw Sam. You said he got loud. Do you remember what he was saying? Standard Sam Drek. He grew up rich, didn't deserve this, how he hated his mother, how he loved his mother. It was pretty pathetic stuff. Where did Sam live? On the streets, mostly. He'd occasionally convince someone to let him flop on their couch, but he'd always overstay his welcome and get kicked out. Sometimes I'd sneak him down here so he could crash in one of the bunks. He used one the night before I saw him last. How bad was his drinking? If it was just the drinking, it would have been bad, but Sam wasn't the monogamous type. He dabbled in everything. Booze, chips, drugs, loved nitro, anything he can get his hands on. It wasn't always like that, but once he got sick, he started using more and more stuff to try to forget about it. Sam was sick. Dying, didn't you know? Everyone could tell. You could just look at him and see he was a walking corpse. Had to be the drinking. Then he disappeared for a while, and one day he came back all better. Looked good, even. Did he say how he got better? He said his mom helped him out. Never said how, though. Sam have any enemies? It's hard to say. Sam partied hard, and when he did, he ran his mouth off pretty good. Got his kicked on more than one occasion. We're really trying to keep this family friendly despite the ultra-violence of Shadowrun. But no, I don't think he had any enemies. At least none that I'm aware of. Tell me about Sam. I hear you liked him. I did. He made me laugh. No one else seemed to like Sam's jokes, but I did. Me too. You were friends? We ran together. Got it. Guess it was the same way for me, in a way. We drank together. Sam just had a way of charming you. I guess I knew the best of everyone here. Sorry he's gone. Thanks, Coyote. Now I need you two to do something for me. Is that me and Paco, it looks like? What do you need? I need you to talk to Mr. Delilah for me about the Royale run. He's usually upstairs. Tell him I didn't get the gems. Maybe I can take another run when I recover. I will. Didn't I get the gems? I thought I got the gems. Alright, investigate Sam's bunk. The bunk is a mess, reeks of booze. You find an old photograph that has seen a lot of wear. Pictures of a blonde boy and girl, both about 14, sitting on a dock at the edge of a lake. They appear to be twins. The boy has his arms tight around the girl's shoulder and is mugging for the camera. The girl is planting a kiss on his cheek while making rabbit ears behind his head. Written in a woman's hand are the words Sam and Jessica, Lake Sammamish State Park, summer 2040. Let's keep that photo. That seems important. Let's go check on the cyberdoc. Dr. Castle. Shadowrunner circles, the term doctor is often used quite liberally to describe any sawbones with a needle and thread, but in the case of the Union's resident medical expert, nothing could be further from the truth. This is sixth world medicine of highest caliber. Doctor herself is an unassuming sort, with a spirit on her shoulder. However, she does look up long enough to acknowledge your approach. I'm Dr. Castle. I understand you were instrumental in bringing Coyote back to us. Thank you for that. You're welcome, Doc. And I gotta say, that was some work you did on her. Your talents may be going to waste down here. High praise for a simple arm swap. They're just leaving it there, I guess. Especially since she wouldn't let me repair her face. I can tell you're surprised to find a full-service medbay under a dive bar in a slum. Don't be, this is a Shadowrunner bar after all. For a purveyor of cyberware and trauma kits, there is no better place to set up a practice. I patch runners up, install and maintain their cyberware, provide medical supplies for their runs. I may not be as mobile as Doc Wagon, but I'm the next best thing. Let's see your medical supplies. Alright, Doc Wagon. I feel like we should buy a basic med kit, but I kind of want to hold off until we see what else is for sale down here. And I do want to sell this jazz, because I'm not going to be using drugs in this run. So I do have actually 2 med kits. So it's actually not too bad. Yeah, so let's just sell that. And let's take a quick peek at her cyberware. Well, we don't have enough for cyber legs or plastic bone lacing. We could get a cyber arm. I don't know why I didn't say the M in that word. Cyber arm. Data jack. Vision magnifying eyes. Yeah, we're just gonna hold on to our money. The Ares dermal plating is pretty solid. Cyber legs are pretty good. You get HP and quickness bonuses. So let's just back out of here. Let's just ask, what's the little demon on the shoulder? This little guy supports the healing rituals I perform on my patients after surgery, dramatically reducing their recovery time. Not standard procedure, but the results speak for themselves. Okay. Thanks, little guy, for helping out Coyote. This guy is going to sell stuff that we don't need. Eric Mersman. We talked to Eric before. What's up, Eric? You got anything better? Change your clothes, change your life. Take a look. Show me what you got. He's got nothing better than the alley punk outfit we're wearing. TB Gruberman. What's up, TB? I don't know why I keep running behind people. Theodore Buster Gruberman is a well-groomed orc, dressed with precision. Uneven tusks. The only other defect in this picture of a perfection is the man's cybernetic right arm, which is obvious enough to be noticeable, but not so obvious as to ruin the line of his suit. York's voice is soft and thoughtful. He talks almost exclusively in numbers, calibers, ranges, rounds per second, etc., etc. Bunker Buster Gruberman at your service. Friends call me Buster. Also answer to Sergeant, Sir, and even Theodore on occasion. Let's see what you got. Okay, we're looking at specifically weapons, and let's see. This is what we have now is 14 damage, 5 range, 2 slugs, AoE of 6. This is a homemade shotgun. I kind of feel like we should at least get the low end. Even if we sacrifice a little damage, we'd have 4 shells instead of 2. Baseball bat. Yeah, that's our only other shotgun, and since we are shotgun based, let's just pick this up. So let's grab that, and I actually kind of want to keep both of them. I like the idea of not dual wielding shotguns, but in a pinch we could switch over to the street sweeper and get 2 more shots without having to reload. So I think that's what we're going to do for now, because we don't really have an urgent need for money. At least not the amount that we're going to get from selling that. I would like to get into the cyberware game here. But let's get out of here. I think we've covered the basics of what we want to do. We sold our extra jazz. Let's go upstairs and see if Delilah's there so we can give him the gems. I could have swore I got them, though I don't really like the way Coyote said let me have another crack at it. You, Mr. Delilah, we have business to discuss. What business? I got no business with you. He's got a shotgun on his back, too. We're with Coyote. She's indisposed at the moment. Finally gives you full attention. Why didn't you say so? Coyote's late. My client's getting anxious. Downstairs, trying on a new arm. Your run went south for her. No kidding. Well, whatever. She's tough. She'll pull through. The guys that got your goods, what difference does it make? It doesn't make no difference to me. It don't make no difference to me. Where are the stones? Let's just give them all of the stones. In an instant, there's a jeweler's scope on his eye, moving quickly through what appears to be the most valuable stones. He stops when he finds what appears to be an ordinary pebble inscribed with Hebrew characters. That's the one. He pockets it. Okay, you done good, but you're late. Coyote knows that in this case, late equals no payment, but I'm feeling magnanimous tonight, so you guys can keep the rest of the gems as your reward. Fine. Listen, you look like the sort of man who might run a crew of your own one day. Might need a little talent. When that happens, you come to me, I'll set you up. He dismisses you with a wave. Later, Delilah. No offense for those gems. Van Goss. I thought it had an R in it. Follow me. Didn't it have an R in it earlier? I already talked to this guy, whether it's Van Gross or Van... Yeah, it did have an R. Alright, we got a typo here, Shadowrun people. Alright. We have some pretty things to sell. You'll want to see them. I have a fondness for pretty things. Here the servos in Van Gross's cyber eye whir as a magnifying lens slips into position. He bends his head over the stones for 2 seconds, maybe less. Where'd you get this Drek? A gumball machine? I'll give you 1,000 for them. Oh, I wish I had any of these things, but no such luck. Alright. We got 1,000. It is what it is. Let's not talk to Johnny Clean. Let's pop back downstairs and let Coyote know that we've taken care of the gems. I don't know that she'll care, but we could at least let her know. It seems like the polite thing to do. What's up, Coyote? You know someone named Jessica? I guess I can't tell her about the gems. No, why? That's the name of Sam's sister. Jessica Watts, yeah, he mentioned her once. Didn't sound like they got along. Comlink chirps, and the screen shows the smiling face of Officer Aguirre. If he's smiling, it must be about money. What a pleasure to hear from you. Yeah, we're buddies. Let's go dancing soon. Listen, the Ripper got another one. The victim worked at the NTSB investigation facility down on the docks. You owe me for this one. Put it on my tab. You there now? Better get here quick before McCluskey arrives. Alright. Let's go. Another Ripper murder? Where? Docks. I've got to go. Okay, listen, I want to help. You dragged me out of the Royale before something bad happened. Worse than my arm getting torn off, and Sam was my friend. You head to the docks, and I'll see if I can track down Jessica. She might be able to help us. See you when I get back. Thanks, Coyote. Let's go get a cab. I should have checked the cyber dock again, but I don't want to... Oh, I was going to spend my karma. I apologize. At the end of the last episode, I said the first thing I'm going to do is spend my karma, and I forgot. Luckily, all I've done is run back and forth inside the Seamstresses Union. So, we got to improve our quickness if we want to improve shotgun. We got strength, we got intelligence. All right, we're going to put points into biotech because that is our main skill. Biotech and shotgun. Let's improve our body as well, just to get another 10 hit points because... using a shotgun, you're standing right in front of guys, and I'm going to need those HPs. Plus, I'm an orc. Should have, you know, just naturally a little bit better better body, more dense muscle or whatnot. There's an orc behind the counter that looks like she might want to chat later. Or at least maybe that's what Skinwrap was doing between episodes, was chatting with that orc. All right, let's go to the docks. And here we go. South Seattle docks. Leaving the Seamstresses Union behind, you head to the docks. The Ripper killed Sam, and maybe he or she slipped up with his latest victim. South Seattle's your typical industrial area, grit, grime, and gray. The rain doesn't help matters any. Layers of dirt mixed with abandoned wooden pallets repurposed into makeshift furniture for the day workers. Disreputable is this district's middle name. Despite the presence of those who linger in such places, it's quiet as you approach the gate. Cool. I like quiet. Alright. We're in the warehouse. Let's get a better view. Or we're outside the warehouse. Our goal is to get into the warehouse. It's a streetwalker. And a guard. Can we talk to the guard? Halt! I'm looking for my kitty cat. I'm working with Lone Star on the crime scene investigation. Sure you are, and I'm Lofweir, the King of Dragons. Beat it. Alright, fine. You're gonna regret it. Let's go talk to her. You're not an orc, but maybe you got some information. Looking for a good time? Not me, a friend of mine. I need you to have some fun with the guard by the fence. She looks at you knowingly. Alright, 20 buys you a 5-minute distraction, then I gotta get back to work and earn some real money. Alright. Thank you. Hey, let's go take this ladder. Oop. This ladder. Kinda wanna, like, listen to their conversation here as well. Who raised you? Pack of wolves? That there ladder is mine. Can I borrow it for a few minutes? For 5? Sure. Maybe the noodle machine is still working. Noodle machine? I could go for some noodles. That sounds amazing right now. Just like a big bowl of buttery noodles with some oregano and garlic powder. Yeah. Standard issue, ma'am. I kind of want to just watch this conversation. Is she gonna respond? Doesn't seem like it. Alright. We're inside. We gained 3 karma. Let's go check out the perimeter before we go inside. We got some airplane pieces. And that looks like it's about it. Alright, let's go inside. Yeah, I really kind of want a big bowl of buttered noodles now. It's like Abed on Community. Though I do eat other foods. Alright. Warehouse. Inside the large gray warehouse is as typical as the outside. High ceilings adorned with girders and rickety catwalks. Despite the quiet on the outside, the inside is a hornet's nest of Lone Star officials going about their business. Lone Star or no, you've got a job to do. Alright, we're in the warehouse with a whole bunch of cops, including our buddy officer and this terrifying looking dude here. Hey, here's Dresden. Let's go talk to Dresden. Took your sweet time, didn't you? You know the traffic these days. We had time to turn over the evidence while you were en route. Turns out this might not be a Ripper murder after all. Left the computer on in the office if you want to see for yourself. The victim here worked at the NTSB warehouse as a black box researcher. National Transportation Safety Board. This warehouse is used to go over wreckage from plane crashes to determine what happened. We've gone through the victim's computer and his case notes indicate he was selling secrets. Idiot kept records. Selling corporate secrets? Not the wisest career choice. Nope, some runner like you probably offed him to cover up his corporate master's involvement and tried to make it look like a Ripper killing. There's the office key. Cool. Let's go check it out. And then we'll investigate the murder scene with Dresden. Here's the computer that he left on. Oh, there's a locker we can investigate as well. Oh, all these case notes. I'm not going to read all these details, but let's see. Boeing airliner from Ares, mechanical issues, pilot reported mechanical issues. All right. Pilot cannot be contacted, plane crashes into an empty field in North Dakota. Pratt & Whitney, unmanned drone. Wow, no details at all. And that file's corrupted. All right, read the private notes. Case file 96, the crash of the Ares jetliner in North Dakota. Crash is reportedly the result of an equipment failure. You download the researcher's notes to your PDA because this information could be worth a great deal to the right buyer. All right, let's go check out the locker. He did keep notes, which is really interesting. All right. Let's inspect the toothbrush. It's wet from being used and smells of mint and cigarettes. This appears to be the victim's locker. Inspect the comb. Wiry gray hairs. This appears to be the victim's locker. Okay, well that was a tremendous waste of time. Toothbrush and a comb. Let's go see Dresden. Let's talk to Dresden first. Then we'll talk to Shannon Halfsky. Dresden, Skinwrap. Surprised to see you here. Let me guess. You got tipped off. Suppose you must have made an impression on him at the market yesterday, or maybe your cred stick did. We got another Ripper victim on our hands. You've been putting in some overtime, Dresden. What can you tell me about the victim? Victim's male, mixed Native American descent, 38. Based on the condition of the body, it looks like he was killed around 2 in the morning. And yes, I'm a little tired. Bodies have been piling up like cordwood. Cause of death unknown. Several internal organs were removed from his body after death, quite gruesomely. Not sure if the killer even knew what they wanted before they started cutting. Not much else to tell yet. He probably he does have a lot of pre-existing scar tissue, so he probably had major surgery at some point in recent history. Nice hole where the chest was. What was on the butcher's shopping list? Well, the killer definitely took the lungs. The more I look at it, though, the other missing organs may just be eviscerated within the chest cavity. How is Officer Aguirre doing on the case? He seems like a real go-getter. Would love to solve it before McCluskey and get his gold detective shield. Plus, he'd love to see McCluskey suck it in front of the superiors. He's already tried to bribe me to keep the information from McCluskey and slip it to him. I'm inspired by their tireless pursuit of justice. Did you take the money? You have any idea how much this job pays these days? I don't think Aguirre's officer's salary is going to do much to seduce me into helping him. Who's that woman over there? No clue, she just showed up next to Ken. Alright. Sounds like the Ripper is picking out different things. Don't do theories, I'm just a scientist who happens to prefer dead people. However, while there was massive damage in the chest cavity, I can see that the victim's lungs were transplants, which is interesting since another victim's missing heart was also a transplant. Granted, modern medicine has made organ transplants relatively easy, but it is an odd coincidence. As a scientist, it's just that, though, a coincidence. This is only the third body I've personally examined. One of our other branch managers handled the other two. If I find out that more of the victims had organ transplants, I'll let you know. I'm gonna take a look around. Good luck out there. You too, buddy. What's up, Shannon? You're not a cop. I see you've been praying. Do you know the deceased? Yes, he's my older brother. I've asked Bear to help me speak to him. She shakes her head, looking like one who has found herself lost for the first time in her life. But I'm afraid his spirit is just too disoriented by his recent journey to answer me. You're a shaman? Yes, for all the good it's doing me. If I could just make contact, I might be able to deliver justice and allow my brother's spirit to rest. I can tell you're used to shouldering a heavy burden, but maybe there's an easier way. She looks at you, the flattery largely failing to affect her given the circumstances, but then inspiration dispels the dark clouds surrounding her. Perhaps. My brother's spirit is too weak, that's a given, but my brother's spirit may not be alone here this night. Yes, there are other spirits who may be of help. Her features harden in frustration. But I can't do it alone. What do you need? Warehouse contains the spirits of plane crash victims trapped between worlds. They wish to help, they wish to be heard, and I think they have something to say about my brother's murder. Lone Star won't let me in here, but you seem to have the run of the place. If you can find personal items that belong to the victims, I can summon a spirit to talk with us. I need at least 2 such objects. Can you find them for me? Of course. Let's find haunted objects. I wonder if the toothbrush or comb would count as one. It seems like that would be a valuable haunted objects. Inspect the comb. Oh, pocketed the comb. The hair on the back of your hand stands on end. Alright. This must be one of the items the shaman was looking for. Okay, we got a comb with some wiry gray hair. It's 38 years old and wiry gray hair. But, you know, I guess it happens. Alright. Let's open the door. Let's look at the plane crash site here. Well, not the site, but the layout. And we've got a large pile of old shoes. Dig through the shoe pile. Sorting through the shoes, you realize there are 3 shoes with no matching pair. Left blue, right red high heel pump, and a left black dress shoe. Let's look at the high heel pump. Department store knockoff of an Italian brand, otherwise unremarkable. Sneaker? Child sneaker, has a musty, sweaty smell. You get a sort of shock as if static electricity when you touch it. You take the shoe. Let's look at the dress shoe too. Oh. That's nothing. Alright, we got 2 haunted objects and a locked door. Let's go back to Shannon and see what she can do. What's up, Shannon? Here you go. Here they are. Thank you, these items are all I need. It shouldn't take me long to... What the hell is all this? Says McCluskey. Oh man, that dude's always ruining our time. She's the victim's sister, sir. This is a crime scene, not some Salish drum circle. Isn't it standard procedure to contact the next of kin? Ma'am, consider yourself contacted. Now get out. Come on, if we stay much longer, I'm liable to do something I regret. Or worse, something I'd enjoy. I like Shannon. Alright. We'll pop out here. We gain some karma. They got a little barricade going. Let's talk to Shannon. I don't like that man, she says. Can't cover that with the transparent mouse cursor. But there's no helping it. I should be grateful you were able to collect these items before those clods carted everything off. Can we still summon the spirit? Not from here. Spirits such as these have domains to which they are anchored. We need to get back in here. Not looking good now, but do you have any plans for this evening? A little breaking and entering, perhaps, under cover of darkness. You sure you're up for this? If it means your brother's killer doesn't take another life, then yes. Thank you. Now, since we have the time, we should probably enlist some help. They may post security overnight. I'm going to go out on a limb and say you know where to find the kinds of people we need. Just smile. Good, I'll put up the money. $4 grand if you find the bodies. $4 grand. Meet me here at midnight. Spirits will be strong then. Okay, let's go back to the Union. I really wish we could get into that locked door. Oh, Coyote pops up on my comlink. Oi, Skinwrap, you in the middle of something? No problem. What do you need? Back up. I don't know if I ever told you this, but I was born in the Royale. BTL pushers like Stevie J ran the squats, ran my world when I was growing up. I remember. Whiz. I have a cousin, Gino, who's been missing for months. He hit the sprawl about a year ago and immediately fell in with some tweakers, bad guys. They hooked him on high-amp dream chips and started using him for all sorts of dreck. I tried to help him, but he pushed me away, then he disappeared. I'm guessing you have a new lead. It's not a lead. I know exactly where he is. Paco's with me, but we could use another hand. You in? I need you right now. On my way. Let's go help Coyote. I'm just that kind of guy. So we're going on Coyote's crusade. Cluster of dilapidated buildings where Coyote told you to meet her. Remnants of a public housing project. Coyote barely says a word as the three of you weave your way through the tenements. Circle around the back of a building and Coyote jumps up, grabs the bottom rung of a fire escape ladder and pulls it down. Let's continue. Thanks for meeting us, Skinwrap. I owe you one. Null sweat. Figured you could use the backup. Yeah, you never know what kind of firepower to expect in one of these BTL squads. Oh, hey, listen, I got good news for you. You know Sam's sister Jessica. One of my contacts found her for me while you were on your way here. Good job, thanks. Least I can do. All right, let's get this done. My cousin Gino should be in one of the squats past the door ahead. I just want to get in, grab Gino, and get out. Right behind you, let's do it. Okay. So we actually do have some karma here. 9 karma. Let's go ahead and spend that a little bit. We're gonna go into quickness, not ranged combat, and shotgun. We're gonna get our aimed shot if we can. Oh, that also requires ranged combat. Okay. All right. So we just increased quickness and ranged combat, and then next time we'll be able to get shotgun up a little bit higher. Once we get to 5, we'll get a wider spread, and eventually we'll be able to max out at 9 shotgun. Elves apparently are very proficient with firearms, probably because of the quickness required. Yep. Okay, so we confirmed that. I think, despite the lack of combat this time around, this is probably a good place to save this video, and we'll pick it up next time. Trying to help Coyote get Gino out of the BTL lab, and maybe we can save him and have a happy ending to this story. So that's going to do it for this episode. This has been Alex with Alex's Gaming. If you enjoyed this video, please like it, subscribe to the channel, check out my other stuff. Yeah, that's going to do it. Please take care of yourselves, be nice to each other, and we'll see you next time.